I don't even know how I'm supposed to do this with crushed ice. That's not doing anything for me, is it? The cut reached back out and was like, it's still one of our top performing articles and we'd be so excited to sort of refresh it, because initially ew, I got sneeze on my shirt. Buenos dias, welcome back to my channel. It's been a second, it's been a minute. I've been traveling for the last 10 days and I got back into town on Sunday and today is Tuesday. I have not craved going back to Miami that much in a long time. I just felt like I was really starting to get a little bit burnt out, and I have a lot of guilt around burnout because I don't feel like I've earned the right to burnout. I know it sounds fucked up, but like I have a little voice in my head that loves to tell me that I'm not doing enough, or that I'm not doing it the best way, or I'm not putting in enough hours or whatever. And so when I start to feel that like pressure, I'm like, you haven't earned it. So I feel silly saying that, but that's how I felt. We're feeling better. We're feeling more refreshed. We're feeling ready to rumble. And honestly, this week is like a pretty steady week. Like we don't have a ton being thrown my way, which I'm happy about because it kind of gives me a moment to recalibrate and restructure some ways that I want to go about things. I started reading the book Atomic Habits about a month ago, but I wasn't very consistent with it. And I really dove in when I was in Miami. And let me just tell you, that shit is fucking with my head in the best way. It is very much having me reevaluate some decision making with some of the habits and ways that I move around in my life.
Yeah, it's raining.
A bit nippy though.
I rearranged my office. It's a little messy right now, but you can't tell, so that's all that matters. But now my desk is like facing out, so I'm not staring at a wall, because the office that I work in is like a little den that I have in my apartment that doesn't have any windows. And so when I'm facing the wall, it's nice because it makes it feel like I'm like in a cubicle at work, but then also like I hate it, like makes me feel like I'm going crazy. So at least facing out and like being able to see the natural light like coming through my hallway. I know you have no idea what I'm talking about because I haven't turned the camera around, but you can use your imagination. I believe in you. Anyway, I'm about to get on a call with the TMV team. If you don't know, we signed with the podcast network about a month ago. And so we're just gonna review that first full month and do a deep dive into our numbers and then do a strategy around our findings.
Well, welcome. Nice to have a little one-on-one. Most people, as you know, are listening on like Apple, Spotify, continuing to try to like push people over to the YouTube.
I think though that it would be useful for us to like have a sidebar conversation then about like what our priority for what we want these episodes to be like, because I think Meadow, you and I sometimes go back and forth, and I'm realizing with listening to Justine now that we've had inconsistencies, and I think no, I know the life of. Is this a conversation that you suggest people have before the first time they have sex? The theme that came up with some of the other interviews was this concept of sometimes it's not always appropriate. What are your thoughts around that? I can't tell if that's too up close. I'm about to log on to record the introduction for the Alyssa Vitti episode on Thoughts May Vary. Oh shit, I gotta, hold on, I gotta move something. Oh my that cannot be in the shot. Hi.
First of all, hi, hello.
Is somebody that we have wanted on the podcast since the inception of Thoughts May Vary. And I know we've said that before, and it's always true, to be fair. Whenever we say that, it's true.
That's why I think I got sick.
First of all, not to be your mom, sharing drugs at a concert in this day and age, in this fucking economy, is not what it was back in the day.
I know.
Can you see all the trash behind me?
No.
I guess not. You can see the coffee mate, which is my boyfriend's, not mine. I do not fucking claim that. Not that it's not good, it would just give me explosive diarrhea. Also, you can see the beautiful orchid that my dad and my stepmom sent me for my birthday. Is that not the most Miami parent thing? I don't know why I find that to be so like Miami. For them, instead of just sending me flowers, they sent me a fucking orchid. I don't know. Very sweet nonetheless. We batch recorded a ton of episodes with our new production company before checking the angles, and those 5 episodes, I think we just published the last one this week. I think, yes, we did, because like it pains me every time I have to upload a clip from that episode onto Instagram and like collaborate with my social media on it, because I'm practicing a lot of self-love looking at myself in those clips. Okay, they're like from under here. It's just, they're brutal. It's Friday. This week has been testing me, if you cannot fucking tell. It has been a roller coaster of a week, and that is in no small part because I got my period yesterday, or 2 days ago. Sorries. But it was better than last month, so that makes me feel positive because it means that the changes that I implemented over the last month were helpful. COC, you know? I'm gonna do a hormone consult. Like I just sounded like my mother there for a second. A hormone consult with Elisa Vitti, who just came on Thoughts May Vary. She's been a fucking dream guest of mine since the inception of this podcast. I read her book In the Flow back in 2020 and it completely changed my life. I feel like I'll make a whole ass video. I used to have a video on my channel about my experience getting off of the birth control pill and all that sort of stuff. I took it down. It's marked private because I feel like there was things that I said in there that were either just not properly researched, or I just felt like it wasn't as robust as I wanted it to be. And I know that not everything needs to always be perfect, but I just felt like with talking about a topic like that, I wanted to make sure that the things that I was saying not only were accurate, but just like properly, not that it wasn't properly thought through. I just think like there was a little bit of discrepancies in the way that I talked about things, and I just didn't like that. I will at some point refilm some sort of my experience with PCOS, getting off birth control, which has now been 4 years ago, but I digress. Elisa's book was instrumental in that entire process of getting off of the pill. Anyway, I talk more about how her book impacted me in the podcast episode, which is already live. So I'll put in the description below. If you look in the description, there will be a link and a code for you to get 30 days off of Flow Living if you want to check it out. So love her, so generous of her to give us a code to give you guys. Ironic as fuck that I am editing and like trying to get all of this stuff together for this episode about hormones and about periods, and I am in the biggest period brain fog ever. What else happened this week? It was my birthday. I turned 28. I had the most chill birthday of all my birthdays. I am a birthday brat, okay? I really am. This is a thing about Tauruses. A thing about us is we pretend to be so chill and so nonchalant, and we fucking love our birthdays. It is an excuse for me to just have all the attention on me and not feel like weird and guilty about it, because I have a complex about that. Like I feel weird when attention is only on me, and I feel like I'm like doing something wrong and like everybody else needs to have the attention on them too. Like I feel like I have this, I'm working through it in therapy, but I feel like when there's too much attention on me, I feel like I'm like doing something wrong. I'm like, no, like everyone deserves it. Everyone deserves the attention. Like let's all have equal attention. But my birthday, fuck you guys. It's about me. This year, I was just like, I'm gonna have my perfect day. I just wanna be with my man and have my perfect little day. So he took me to Montecito for the day, which was so much fun. I had my perfect I'm Oprah day in the life, and he indulged me in all the shit that I like to do, which if it's just like gives you a better peek into like what my Taurus brain is like. Food and aesthetics. That's all I wanted to do. So we went there in the morning. We went to the Montecito Country Mart, got some coffee, had a little chocolate croissant. What did we do after that? We walked around. We went to this like really cute shop in there. Just like popped around. It was so nice not being in a rush. And it was also great because it was like not crowded. And then just drove around, stared at like gorgeous houses, and then we parked and we found a walking trail and we just walked all around the walking trail and just looked at the pretty houses. Of course, I was Zillow-ing everything the entire time because am I buying a house right now? Absolutely not. Is it my favorite thing? Like, fun fact about me, love open houses, love Zillowing everything I see. I'm on Zillow every day. Like, it's just my hobby. It really is. So did that, had the best little walk. It was like the perfect gloomy day. It was beautiful. From there, we drove to Santa Barbara. I know Montecito is technically Santa Barbara, right? But then we drove to like Santa Barbara proper, where somebody on Instagram, I asked, like, I'm 24 hours in Santa Barbara, what do I do? And somebody told us to go to this taco place, which I cannot remember the name, so I will insert it here. And it was so fucking good. And it was right by the beach, but even better, there was a batting cage attached to this place. So it was like a little taco shop that you just go, you get your food, whatever, and then you can watch people in the batting cage, and then you can just go and just like hung out in the batting cage. It was hilarious. I mean, listen, my boyfriend used to play professional baseball for a very long time, so like he was doing his thing in there. I had never been in a batting cage, but I remember I told him, I was like, I remember in elementary school playing baseball or softball or whatever the fuck it was that we would play and not being bad. Don't love watching it, which is funny because that's what I used to have to do at the beginning of our relationship. The first like 6 swings were so brutal. I'll insert a clip of me playing it.
See the ball. All right. You got it. You got it. You gotta keep going. Oh, see? See? I'm telling you, you could do it. Done. You're done, buddy. You're out of here. Good job. I love you. Proud of you.
If you hear the way that he's talking to me, I am literally like a toddler. Like, he's so patient and so fucking sweet. He could be a kindergarten teacher, I swear. The first 6 swings were brutal. And then I got the hang of it. And the thing is, I really thought I was like doing something when I was hitting that ball. The way that I look so unbelievably unathletic is mortifying. But I was, you know, I'm sorry, it is what it is. I was a dancer and I ran cross country. And that was about it. Tried out for the soccer team every single year in middle school. Did I make it even into the B team? Absolutely not. Did I keep trying every single year? Yes, never made it. But I'm proud of that version of myself that wasn't afraid to be seen trying, you know? What did we do after that? Then we drove to the beach, which we decided was not for us that day because it was basically like Venice Beach and it was really crowded and just like not the vibe. So we ended up driving and we went to Point Mugu. Is that what it's called? Mugu? I kept saying Mugu and he was like, it's Mugu. I have no fucking clue. I'm not from the state. And it was a really beautiful lookout. And then we just like hung out at that lookout, which is my favorite thing to do. And then drove back, got ice cream, and then came home and like passed the fuck out. So it was my perfect day. Food, aesthetics. What else? What else does a bitch need? And now we're 28. So that's what's happening. I just wanted to say thank you for watching today's video. I really fucking love YouTube. I really do. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it because I haven't posted in like a month, but it is something that I really enjoy doing. I really do. I just feel like sometimes I can't tell if like people are gonna be interested in watching me work all day because that genuinely is all I'm doing. I wanna come up with a little bit more of a consistent schedule with it. I'm just trying to balance. You don't care. You don't care. You don't fucking care. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today's video. If it was your first time clicking on this video, hi, I'm Gabriela. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Okay, bye. Should I make an ASMR video next? Probably not.